Shalom YouTube, Sister Kate here. Got a response on my American Mall Brawl video that kind of took me aback, so I had to check it out. He said something about the mall brawls were coordinated, and so I went online and I checked a few stories, and there is some proof that they were coordinated on social media. First off, that is not something new. There have been they weren't in malls, they were in open spaces, but in the summertime where kind of flash mob, that's where that phrase came from, where kids would text each other and get coordinated and go to some place and start a fight, start a riot. It happened here near us one summer, and it was lots of kids. So that's a little different than people fighting over their little, talking Elmo doll. Coordinated attacks are more dangerous, and I just went on a channel. I don't want to say the name of it because the guy on there is pretty raw about what he says, but basically he said that these kids who are doing this, one, their parents don't love them because they aren't watching out for them. Two, they're being used by the people who stir them up and try to get them to have these attacks against other people. But it winds up, because he made the point, he was watching the videos, it wound up being the young females in a lot of times fighting each other and tearing each other's hair weaves out and things like that. That's very counterproductive. That's all I'm going to say. If the height of your week is getting in a fight with somebody else and having your face scratched up or your knuckles bruised or your face bruised or your tooth broken, that's a pretty low week. You're only on this earth for your lifetime, and we don't even know how long that's going to be. The Bible says it's 120 years or less. You might want to think about what you want to do with it, and if the height of it's going to be brawling with other people, you need to shoot higher, guys. You need to get better goals for yourself. On the flip side, this is just a whole nother reason, one, not to be in malls, not to be in places where large, groups of people gather. And it's not always malls. Malls are this time of year. If you think about in Europe, the summer or two, I don't know how long it's been going on, but where soccer fans would get so worked up, they would get into riots, they would attack each other. They caused bleachers to collapse and people to be injured. You need to use your head, be commonsensical about this stuff, and think, well, maybe I shouldn't go to the soccer game. Maybe I should watch it on TV. Because it's not, it would be exciting and all sorts of other things, but the point is you need to look out for your own personal security. If you're in that bleacher and it collapses, you're the one who's going to be injured or killed. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference there from watching it and going, oh my goodness, that's terrible, those poor people, and being one of those people. And you can take that decision before it ever happens not to put yourself in that position. And that is one of the main ideas of personal security, is to stay out of situations where harm could come to you, to just be sensible about it. And so if you know someone, or you're someone who gets that text that says, hey, let's go to the mall and start a brawl, say no. Just say no. I know that's very flippant, but no, this is bad. Don't step in front of moving vehicles. There's all kinds. Don't jump off cliffs. There's all kind of examples of bad behavior, bad decision making. Be smart. Make good decisions. It sounds so trite. I say it to my kids all the time when they leave or when they're going somewhere. Make wise choices. I got it from a movie, but it's true. Your life is so much better if you make wise choices. If you don't just plunge head deep into, troubled waters, like them all at Christmas. So I hope that helps. Also, there are people who benefit from this kind of chaos. There are people out there, political people. This particular commentator I was watching brought in Jesse Jackson. Why didn't he say anything about these kids and what they're doing? Why do you hear nothing from him? Well, there are people who want to cause instability, and these kind of events play right into their hands. And so you don't want to be part of that either. Stability is safety. Instability, that becomes unsafe. So you need to be aware that even if you think it's fun and you're in one of these brawls, you're being used by somebody. Step back and take control of your own life. Don't get yourself wound up by somebody else and do something stupid. All right, bless you guys. Hope everything works out for you on the first. That's another point at which sometimes people get crazy, and I hope you just stay safe. Bless you. Shalom.